Beneath the steady chime of Big Ben and the constant movement of red buses across Westminster Bridge, London carries a history marked as much by fire and fear as by power and pageantry. For centuries, this city has stood at the center of empires, revolutions, plagues, and bombings. Its landmarks suggest continuity and tradition, yet beneath them lie layers of unrest, inequality, and catastrophe that shaped not only Britain, but much of the modern world. London stands on the River Thames in the southeast of England, a global capital known today for finance, culture, and political influence. It is home to Parliament, the monarchy, and nearly 9 million residents. Tourists see Buckingham Palace, the Tower Bridge, and the theaters of the West End. What is less visible is how often this city has been tested by collapse and rebuilt from ruin. London began as Londinium, founded by the Roman Empire around AD 43 after the invasion of Britain under Emperor Claudius. It was a strategic port and administrative center, but its early prosperity was fragile. In AD 60 or 61, the Iceni queen Boudica led a rebellion against Roman rule. Her forces burned Londinium to the ground, killing thousands. Archaeological layers of ash still mark that destruction. The Romans rebuilt the city with walls that would stand for centuries, yet their departure in the early 5th century left London exposed to decline and uncertainty. During the medieval period, London slowly regained importance as a trading hub. It was also a city of narrow streets, open sewage, and frequent disease. In 1348, the Black Death reached England. Within months, it devastated London's population. Estimates suggest that nearly half of the city's residents died. Mass burial pits were dug beyond the city walls, and entire neighborhoods were left silent. The trauma reshaped labor systems and deepened social tensions. In 1381, those tensions erupted in the Peasants' Revolt, when thousands marched on London protesting taxation and inequality. They stormed the Tower of London and executed royal officials before the rebellion was suppressed. The city's streets became a stage for public punishment, reinforcing authority through spectacle. Religious conflict left further scars. In the 16th century, during the English Reformation, monasteries were dissolved and dissenters persecuted. Under Queen Mary I, Protestant reformers were burned at the stake in London, earning her the name Bloody Mary. A century later, political division culminated in civil war between Parliament and the Crown. Although major battles occurred elsewhere, London was the financial and ideological heart of resistance against King Charles I, whose execution in 1649 shocked Europe. The 17th century brought two defining disasters. In 1665, the Great Plague swept through London, killing an estimated 70,000 people in a single year. Houses were marked with red crosses to signal infection, and the dead were collected at night by cart. Fear and superstition spread alongside the disease. Just a year later, in September 1666, the Great Fire of London began in a bakery on Pudding Lane. Over 4 days, it destroyed more than 13,000 houses and much of the medieval city. St. Paul's Cathedral collapsed in flames. Though relatively few deaths were recorded, tens of thousands were left homeless. The fire erased centuries of architecture, but also allowed for reconstruction in stone and brick, reshaping the city's skyline. As London expanded in the 18th and 19th centuries, it became the capital of a vast empire. Wealth flowed in from colonies across Asia, Africa, and the Americas. Yet industrial growth brought harsh realities. Overcrowded slums developed in the East End. Child labor was common, and sanitation lagged behind population growth. In 1858, the Great Stink overwhelmed the city, when hot weather intensified the smell of untreated sewage in the Thames. Parliament was forced to act, leading to the construction of a modern sewer system under engineer Joseph Bazalgette. Crime and poverty defined parts of Victorian London. In 1888, a series of murders in Whitechapel were attributed to an unidentified killer known as Jack the Ripper. The crimes expose social neglect and the vulnerability of women living in extreme poverty. Despite intense investigation, the case remains unsolved, becoming part of the city's darker folklore. The 20th century subjected London to new forms of warfare. During the First World War, the city faced aerial bombardment by German Zeppelins. More devastating was the Blitz of 1940 to 1941 in the Second World War. For 8 months, Nazi Germany bombed London relentlessly. Entire districts were flattened. Thousands of civilians were killed. Underground stations became shelters, and daily life continued under the threat of sirens. The resilience often celebrated in wartime narratives coexisted with exhaustion, displacement, and loss. After the war, London confronted decline as industries moved away and housing shortages persisted. In 1952, the Great Smog blanketed the city for days, caused by coal smoke and weather conditions. An estimated 12,000 deaths were later linked to the event, prompting environmental reforms. Social unrest also marked the late 20th century. In 1981, riots erupted in Brixton amid tensions between police and the local community, reflecting broader issues of race and inequality. Terrorism left its own imprint. The Irish Republican Army carried out bombings in London throughout the 1970s and 1990s. On July 7, 2005, coordinated suicide attacks on the transport system killed 52 people and injured hundreds. The bombings were a reminder that global conflicts could reach into the heart of the city without warning. London today presents itself as diverse and outward-looking. Financial towers rise over former docklands, and neighborhoods once defined by poverty have been transformed by development. Yet inequality remains visible in housing costs and social divisions. Monuments commemorate victory and tradition, while plaques mark sites of execution, plague pits, and bomb craters. The city's past is not buried, it is embedded in its streets and institutions. London's history is a record of survival through repeated crisis. Empires were administered from here, and policies shaped distant continents. At the same time, ordinary residents endured disease, fire, war, and injustice. The contrast between grandeur and hardship defines the character of the city. To walk through London is to move across centuries of ambition and consequence. The river still flows past Parliament and under Tower Bridge, carrying reflections of a skyline built on both achievement and loss. If you found this exploration of London's darker history compelling, I invite you to follow the channel for more journeys into the hidden past of cities around the world. Let me know in the comments which city you would like to see covered next. Your suggestions help shape future episodes, and I look forward to exploring another urban history with you soon.
Every city hides something. Subscribe to find out what. Now tell me, which city should we expose next? Thanks for watching.